Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. I think this is literally the most in time vlog I've ever filmed. I'm filming this today on the 28th of May and I have to upload it today on the 28th of May. I'm just going to bring you along quickly for my morning, but otherwise I will be answering some questions because I haven't really done a Q&A on YouTube for so long, but I wanted to mix it up and not just have me sitting and talking the whole time. I do have a I have a acupuncture appointment this morning at 9:30. Yeah, I'm just about to go for a walk and then get started for my day. I finished up my walk and I'm just heading into Kmart to grab a few things. I've been wanting to get the Stephen Bartlett book, The Diary of a CEO. Really excited to get into that. And then I'm also wanting to pick up a LED light to have like in our bedroom or in the office, like when we're working. And even just at night to not have like white bright lights on and to have like more of a red moody light. And then I just picked up some bowls as well because we've only got like smaller bowls, but for like lunch and dinner they're not big enough, so I grabbed some of those. And I've just walked in the door and making my breakfast. We are going with some protein oats this morning. I feel like warm and nourishing foods. Got my brekkie and I'm just gonna sit and enjoy and eat this. It is 8:21 and I've got my acupuncture appointment at 9:30. I've just pulled up to my acupuncture appointment. I'm not American. I wish I was American, honestly. Anyway, I've just pulled up and I'm gonna go in very shortly, but I wanted to quickly touch on something. And like this vlog is like as real time as it pretty much gets, but I have really been struggling for the last like week and a half, 2 weeks. There's just been a bit going on which is like super fresh, so I'm not ready to like completely talk about it yet. But the one thing that I do want to talk about is anxiety and how much I have struggled with anxiety for the past 2 weeks. And like if you guys have followed from like the beginning, I can't vlog in my car. Like I literally need a new car. Anyway, actually I can put my steering wheel down and then you can't. Oh, like kind of. If you guys have watched my channel from like the very beginning, you would know that the reason I started this channel was for like to share my journey, obviously with everything I was going through, but like specifically mental health. And I've had the biggest mental health journey and like self-development journey over the last 5 years. Yeah, I thought it was 5 years. And I've come such a long way, and the way that I've grown and like my self-love, my growth, I have done so much work within, you know, my self-development and grown so much. But I would say like I really struggled like 2019, 2020, even 2018 as well. And then it was kind of upward from there. And obviously when you're, I guess, like going through mental health or recovering from mental health or on that like journey, it is obviously not linear and you can go up and down, and like you have your days, your moments, your weeks, your months, like you have to really just like take it easy on yourself. Yeah, the last couple years has been like the best I've ever been, like within my mental health and myself, and like my mindset is so fucking strong. And that's just a credit to the work that I've done on myself. But yeah, the last like 2 weeks I've been navigating a lot with like myself and my career, and there's been a few things happen that have completely rattled me. And so I've been dealing a lot with anxiety, and like to the point where it's like such physical anxiety where I'm like constantly feeling nauseous, getting headaches, like not eating properly, and have just had such, yeah, like physical effects from my anxiety. And of course like my mental health has declined a little bit, not declines, but like I've just really struggled the last couple of weeks and been really challenged. But in saying that, I am so proud of how I've managed it. And you know, once upon a time, if I had these days, I would just stay in bed and eat shit, and like I would do things on top of the anxiety to like continue to just make me feel worse. Whereas this last week I've done all the things that make me feel good, whether that's moving my body, journaling, you know, getting off my phone, spending time with the people that I love, going on the girls' weekend, like so many different things. And I just know straight away, like for the last week I had to like really distract myself and just like keep focusing on the things that make me happy and bring me joy, and like lean on the people around me. And so that has been like the biggest thing that I've noticed, I guess, how I've grown in the last like few years within my mental health. But yeah, I'm just continuing to make sure I'm looking after me and doing the things that, you know, yeah, like I said, make me happy. So the next couple of weeks I feel like will be up and down. And like the last thing I wanted to do today was film this vlog, hence why I didn't do it last week to get it ready for like tonight. Yeah, I really had to like push myself to film this vlog, and Jackson's like, no, you're filming this vlog, like you need to get a vlog up tonight. We have a bet and you gotta stay on track, and you know you love it, and you'll be frustrated with yourself if you don't. And I was like, you are correct. I'm here filming this vlog, and of course I want to share the journey with you guys and just like document it for myself, but also know that you're not alone as well, and like we all go through it. So I'm gonna go into my acupuncture right now. don't know if you can see my, you know when you like get a massage and you're like so zonked out? That was good. I'll show you my shoulder. So we did cupping as well, the acupuncture as you saw, because I've just had a funny shoulder blade which I think is linked to like emotions and stuff, and feeling like zonked but good. I'm gonna go home, shower, wash my hair, look good, put on a cute outfit, feel good, and then I'm gonna get some lunch with some friends before I get into editing this video. But I wanted to show you, I got this book that I'm so excited about. So this book is by Olivia O'Day, I think I'm pronouncing it right, and it's Stress Less, The Art of Adaptation. So this is really cool because it says reviewed by naturopath Tia, who is my naturopath here at Whole Health Studio, and neuro reprogramming nurse Wendy O'Day, which I'm gonna assume is Olivia's mum, which is really, really cool. So this book is like, well, yeah, about stressing less, and so learning all about stress, cortisol, hormones, and I'm just so excited to have a read. It seems like a really beautiful, easy read, and it's just like laid out really cool. So many different things. Improve your quality of sleep. You are never alone. So many good things that I'm so excited to read, because I do feel like a big part of my acne is my stress and my cortisol, and like how gorgeous is that? I'm literally obsessed. Excited to have that. But let's go home, shower, feel good, look good, all the things. Turns out I made a little stop off to the beach because I needed to swim, and I just needed to like freshen up and just wash off all that negative energy that is surrounding me at the moment. I'm literally starving. That water, it was so nice. It's pretty nice and sunny out there. It's a little bit like cloudy here and there, but it's 24, 25 degrees, so it was nice, but it was so quiet out there. Like there was no one in the water, which kind of makes it like really scary, because I'm like, what if a shark just comes up and gets me? And the water, the ocean just like sometimes freaks me out. Like I'm just like, what is in there? Anyway, let's go eat. And we're back in the car, but we're looking a hell of a lot more alive. I've washed my hair. Gosh, I feel literally $1,000,000. So much more fresh. I'm going in to have some lunch with some friends real quick, and then I'm gonna head home, and we're basically gonna be back behind the laptop all afternoon, catching up on content, emails. I've got to get back and forth with my manager, and I'm gonna answer a few questions for you guys as well that I popped up on my story last week. But first, it's lunch. All right, I'm going to answer some questions for the question box that I put up on my Instagram. It is super hot in the car, so we're gonna smash through them because I'm boiling. Anyway, how to feel, oh my God, I can't even speak. I'm not okay. How to deal with feeling lost in your 20s. Honestly, like, obviously, it feels shit because you're like, oh, I should have my life together. Like, I should be in a job that I love or living in a place that I love, but it's not the case. And I think there's a lot of people that do feel like this. And myself, for example, like I'm 24 and I've just had a massive realization of some things that I don't want in my life anymore. And so I will be spending the next couple of weeks kind of figuring out what avenue I want to take and what I want to do. Yeah, even now I feel like I'm lost in the sense that I'm about to take on something new. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know that I'm where I'm meant to be, and I need to just sit with myself and figure out what it is that I love doing and how I can turn that into, you know, a job, or to make some sort of income from my passion. And I'm such a big believer in, like, you want to be working a job that you love, and I know there's lots of people out there who work their job to earn money so they can live a life that they love, and I love that for them. But for me, it's like I want to be working, you know, in something that I love, making money a way that I love doing it, and then be able to live a life that I, you know, create within all of that, and it's all like kind of intertwined with each other. Yeah, I do feel like I've done so much and created so much for myself, but yeah, there's been a few changes happen in the last like week or two, so I'm gonna take some downtime to just figure out what I want to do, how I want to redirect things from here on out, which is super exciting because I've just created so much space to allow new opportunities to come in. I think it's really about not putting pressure on yourself. Like, you have to have it together, you have to have the boyfriend, the house, the husband, the kids, like the career, whatever it is. You don't have to have anything, and as long as you're happy within the moment, I think that's like such an important piece. And yeah, just being able to be happy day to day, knowing that you're creating a life that you want to live. I hope that kind of makes sense. How to be okay with slowing down and not allowing rest. It definitely has been a challenge, like you guys know. I've been speaking about it over a few videos and stuff. Like, slowing down hasn't been easy, but it has been something that I've had to do for my hormones and my period and my skin and just my overall health and the way that I feel. It's been challenging within within my mindset, because I have such an athlete mindset where it's like do more, do more, do more. But for right now, this period of my life has been to really slow down, take the pace off it, and just enjoy the little things and do more walking, more Pilates, training in the gym when I want to. Like, I really haven't been going to the gym much at all. And that's another thing, I think, with this change that's happened in my life so recently. I want to kind of bring back a routine and kind of have a bit more of a structure. But with that too, like, I get to just go easy on myself because my health does come first. And when you say like how to be okay with it, it's like I'm okay with it because I know it's beneficial. I know it's helping me, it's helping my health, it's helping me get my hormones back on track. So it's like, why are you doing it, and are you okay with that? Best suburbs to live on the Gold Coast. So honestly, I've lived kind of everywhere. I've lived in like Mermaid, a bit of Broadbeach, Surfers Paradise even, Robina, Merrimack, so like a bit inland. I've lived kind of like a very short period of time, but like up in Coomera. And for me, I kind of always said I wanted to go like Burleigh or like Palm Beach, and I do love it down there. But since we moved to Mermaid, I am literally obsessed. Like, this area is just so central to everything. Every time like a new like appointment comes up or an event comes up, it's like, oh, just 10 minutes down the road, or like it's just so, yeah, central, and I just love it here so much. I would love to buy in Mermaid of some area, like Mermaid, Miami, just obsessed. I do love it. But then I also do love Burleigh and like Palm Beach down that way. Probably not Burleigh, like it's a bit too busy. I'd probably say Palm Beach a little bit quieter. You never know, but they're like my tops, like between Broadbeach to like Palm Beach. Love those areas. How do you really feel about acne? I hate it. I really do hate it. I think it's just a shit thing to deal with. It sucks, defeating, and like I could go on and on, but it has taught me so much, and it's just made me like so much stronger. And it's been like, yeah, I hate it, but then I'm like, it's also helped me create, you know, my channel and my social media, because I've been able to share my journey and use that to inspire others and make people not feel so alone in their own journey. So it sucks and I hate it, but I'm also grateful in a sense that it's brought me so much as well. Advice for the gym when having no clue what I'm doing. So honestly, the fact that you're starting is something to celebrate. Like, that is amazing. You should be proud of yourself. And I also think when you're like not sure where to start and what to do, there's so much out there, whether that's on YouTube or just like Instagram workouts. Like, I myself have posted like some really basic like dumbbell only workouts. One of my really good friends, Annabelle, has so many workouts on her page. Like, you could literally go and have a look at those. I also do have something coming out with Hustle that you guys will be able to get on board with and have workouts literally in your hot little hands and be able to do them at the gym. And it's like really simple and basic but effective. But yeah, there is so much out there, whether that be platforms, whether that's like free YouTube or many platforms that you could be getting workouts from. How are you always so motivated and inspiring? I'm definitely not always motivating because, well, motivated. Like, I go through so many dips. So many dips where it's like, today I don't even want to go to the gym, I don't even want to walk, but like, it's always about discipline, as you guys know. I know the things that make me feel good, and I have to rely on discipline to make those things happen in order for me to feel good. And then sometimes that in itself just motivates me to do the things I don't want to do because I know I'm gonna feel. And in terms of always being inspiring, like, I don't think I always like set out to like post something to inspire someone. I literally will just like pull out my phone and post about my skin or how I'm feeling with my anxiety, because I am just so used to sharing my journey, and then that leads to being able to inspire others in the sense of them just not feeling alone, or them just feeling so heard and seen in what I have to say about my mental health. And I think that in itself, of course, is so inspiring. But sometimes it's not like, I don't post it to be like, oh, I'm going to inspire someone. Like, I'm just posting to just like let it out and share it and just put it out there for others to like hear or listen to or see or read. Yeah, and then it just kind of comes across as inspiring to others, which I'm like so grateful for. And then there's other days where sometimes I don't want to post and I just want to hide and throw my phone away, but then I remember how many people I can inspire and how many people I want to inspire. Therefore, I will always show up and share my journey. How does your partner cope with you having a hard day mentally? Jackson is amazing, like so amazing. He isn't very like, how do I word this? He's not a brick wall. Like, that is a bit dramatic. He has a hard time himself sharing and opening up. Like, it's something he's working on, but he's always there to support me. And even on the weekend, I've had a really tough week, as I've mentioned, and he has been there for the whole entire thing and supporting me in every way that he can. And like, isn't really a talker, like, we're working on that, but like, he sent me some beautiful messages on the weekend that made me cry, because I was like, you know, you're pushing yourself to open up in order to be able to help me get through what I'm dealing with. But there's just never a question that he won't be there. Like, we're always there to support one another no matter what it is. And this kind of week and a half has been a really big testament to that. Like, he's just been there to support me, and we're in this together. Like, we are a team, and I think that is so powerful. How is your running journey going? Any tips for curing shin splints. My running journey consisted of about 3 runs. I think it was 3, and that was really it. I just can't get around it. I don't love running. It hurts, and I'm like, if I don't enjoy it, I don't need to. And running just causes like so much stress on my body. Like it's so much pressure, hence why my shins would flare up, and then my back would be sore. Like, yeah, if I feel like I wake up, I'm like, I want to go for a run, then I would, but it doesn't really happen often at all. But for shin splints, foam rolling, massage, acupuncture, like needling can be really, really good. Like chiropractor. I have a really good chiro on the Gold Coast, and he kind of helps me with my shins as well. What would you and Jackson do if you fell pregnant? He knows where I stand with this. Like, I'm in a position where I do have PCOS, and it has been made known to me that I could struggle to have kids. And so if we were to be put in a situation that we fell pregnant, there is no way known that I could get rid of it or anything like that. I am definitely pro-life, and I just knowing that, you know, I could be challenged to fall pregnant and stuff like that. Like, if I was to be blessed with a child, it's just meant to be. I'm such a believer, everything happens for a reason, and I have been wanting to be a mum since I can remember, and I would never pass up that opportunity. We would make it work. Yeah, that's just where I stand on that. Like, I cannot wait for the time of my life that I get to have kids and raise kids and have a family and stuff like that. So I would definitely keep it if that was to happen, but it's not our plan yet. What should you do to get back on track, lose weight, and help your PCOS? So the main things for that for me was slowing everything down. I cut all cardio training. I focused on increasing my steps every single day. Slow, low intensity walking is like, I preach walking. Walking is so good for you and your health, mental health, physical health, everything. Really just like, so not strict on my nutrition, but like so much more aware and cautious, and was really focusing on whole foods. I did go vegan for a while, and I think that really helped me focus on the whole foods, because I had to bring in all those like nutrient dense ingredients and stuff, and it definitely served a purpose during the period of my life. I definitely tracked for a while, and I think tracking is really important to understand and bring awareness around food. And as much as it can be triggering and it can be hard and it can cause different things, I totally understand that, but I think to track for a period in your life gives you so much awareness on food. Like, people could just like add like peanut butter to their meals without knowing that that in itself is like 300 calories just in peanut butter, right? So it's just like, I tracked on and off for maybe like 2 or 3 years, and it's given me so much perspective on food and calories, and just kind of now that I can guesstimate and eat intuitively because I'm so aware, because I'm so educated around food and stuff like that. And then yeah, cutting all cardio and just like slow, low intensity weight training was basically like the main things that I prioritized. And then celery juice helped me so much. What would you want to do if you could do anything? If I could do anything, I would turn the aircon on because it's so hot in here. I would definitely travel like as much as I could. Probably also, I don't know, buy a house, or I'd go and travel and then come back and no, I take that all back. If I could do anything and like make it all work, I would go back and compete in acro one more time, but have it my way. Like, I would be able to stay on the Gold Coast and do it and do all the things I love with the people I love, but be able to add acro to that, and then yeah, like travel and probably buy a house. I don't know, that's a hard question. How do you and Jackson manage finances? Love this question. So Jackson and I have like a card that we use together on all things, like anything that we do together that isn't business related. So in terms of like food, rent, shopping, eating out, activities, like anything we do together or separately, like we use that card, and then we just like completely split the funds. And then anything like within our own business related, or yeah, basically only business related, we'll use like our business cards, but we split everything 50-50. Like, it's just the easiest way, it's the fairest way, it's the safest way, and yeah, I think we manage our finances really, really well together. How do you and Jackson deal with conflict? Lots of questions about Jackson. I don't feel like we've really had much conflict, to be honest. Like, we're pretty good at like talking things through. Like, we've never yelled at each other or like got into like a screaming argument match. Like, we're pretty good at like, if something happens, we both need space, think about what it is. And sometimes we text because we can both communicate very well through text, whereas sometimes in person we can both like shut down and not speak up. So sometimes we might text and then come together and talk about it. Sometimes we might only text, and sometimes we might just talk about it in person, but it'll just take a little bit longer. Yeah, we're really, really good. And like, he kind of keeps me really calm and like centered and grounded. And again, it's always us against the problem, not the problem against us or us against each other. So yeah, I would say that. Do you deal with fatigue, I feel like I'm forever tired. 100%. I definitely think I had bouts of chronic fatigue in the last few years, more so in the earlier days, like when I first started my channel and left acro and stuff like that. But I think that came down to like my gut health and what I was eating, whereas now I definitely go through spouts of maybe fatigue, but it's definitely so much more managed with my supplements and eating really well and resting a lot more, like listening to my body has definitely helped. I think you've got to look at where maybe you're pushing yourself too far, maybe you're under eating, maybe you're eating the wrong things, maybe you're training too much. Like there's so much that can go into it. Or maybe you need to do like your blood test or like a gut microbiome and see what is going on that is causing the tiredness. Where has been your favorite place to live? Of course, Gold Coast. Like I love Gold Coast so much. I would say second to Gold Coast would be Adelaide. So stunning. Summers in Adelaide are amazing. Sunsets at like 9, sunsets on the beach, it's stunning. Very family oriented, it's quiet, it's beautiful, beaches are amazing. But of course I'd have to say Gold Coast for sure. Where have you lived and what age did you first move out of home? I have lived in Perth, country Victoria, Melbourne, Hobart, Adelaide, Queensland, a lot of places. And I first moved out of home when I was 18, 19, because there was family issues and I couldn't like stand being in the household that I kind of grew up in, I guess. Not grew up in, like towards the end of my teenage years. And so by the time I turned 18, I was like, I'm out of here. And then I ended up moving to Hobart, and then that led to coming home for a bit in Melbourne and then going to Adelaide. So yeah. Can you please explain your life when you were doing acrobatics, like what comps you did? So I did acro, I started from when I was 7 and I basically started competing from when I was like 9 maybe. And I basically did nationals like 2010, 12, 13, 14. I didn't do 15 because I broke my shoulder. I can't remember if I did 16. No, I think I did 16. And then I've done many overseas comps. I've done the Vegas Cup, Acro World Cup, World Championship. And then we'd been overseas. We did like the Dance Around the World tour, which was like the Disneyland tour in America. And then we also did World Gymnastrata, which was in Switzerland. So I've traveled so much for my career, and my comps, yeah, were all over Australia, like state championships, national championships, any performances. So we did so many performances, all the big comps that I did overseas. Basically my life in acro was like all acro. Like I trained 5-6 days a week. I left school in year 10 because I wanted to just compete and train and devote my life to that, which I did. Anything that I did really just like evolved around acro. It was like, how can I make acro better? How can I be a better performer? And I just kind of stuck to that because I purely just love the sport so much. And I always say like there's so many footballers out there who, or athletes in general, who wouldn't do the sport they do if they weren't getting paid. I got paid nothing and I did it so much more intense, like more dedicated and more intensity than, you know, some elite players that get so much money for it. So that just goes to show how much I love and still love the sport. Is this my sauna? Guys, I'm getting a sauna delivered right now and wait, maybe. Guys, this is my sauna. Let's go get a sauna delivered. Our sauna just got delivered. She's not small, so it's going to be going in that corner because we can't put it outside because it'll get wet. So it's going to just sit right there. The next vlog you will be seeing me using the sauna in full swing. I can't wait. I'm so excited, and literally it's gonna be like my new nighttime routine. All right, I'm back because my sauna got delivered, which I just showed you, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna answer a few more questions before I close out this vloggy vlog. What are you most grateful for right now? I would definitely say my health, and just like I've been through a lot, but I feel like I'm in a position where it is healing and I'm just doing what I need to do to like continue to see progress. I would say social media, and that I'm like so grateful to be in a position I am to go full time is kind of a part of everything that's like been happening and like in the works, which I think I'll speak to like properly in the next vlog. But yeah, there's lots happening at the moment, but I am just like so grateful to have my social media at a point where I can now go full time, and it's just so surreal. And then I would just say like my people, like my friendship circle, the girls who we went away with on the weekend, and feeling like, and Jackson, and just like feeling like I have such solid people no matter what I do or don't do, or whatever decision I make, or just anything in life, I know that they're like right there with me, and that just feels so incredible. How do you stay confident when you have a breakout? It definitely sucks, and I feel like this side is currently like really quite broken out, whereas the side's like quite flat. So for like down here, I think it's just like that dog. I think you really just have to remember, like, just because you've had an extra pimple or a breakout come through, it shouldn't change what you do for that day or how you show up, because if you're going to allow it to dictate your life, you're not going to get what you want out of life. And I think it's so important to be confident from within, not just from an external perspective, because your hair's pretty, or you have like nice eyelashes, or like you're gorgeous, or you're skinny. Like, your confidence shouldn't come from that as one. It should really come from within, and like what you value, who you are as a person, and how you show up in your day-to-day. And I think when you can stick to doing all those things things, regardless if you have a breakout or not, is when your confidence is going to really come through. All right, last question. I'm going to finish with, how did you know you wanted to become a content creator? So for me, I kind of always knew I wanted to be someone. I wanted to be someone who people could look up to and be able to inspire others and motivate others. I've always wanted to have a name for myself. When I was a little girl, I've always said, like, I wanted to be someone big and like on the big stage and all these different things. And I think now that this is my form of the big stage and being able to inspire, educate and motivate others. And I think once I kind of realized that social media could become like a job, I was like, well, we have to give it a go. What is your number one tip for someone wanting to become a content creator? And then for anyone wanting to do it, it's just really like going for it, because if you're going to continue to hold yourself back, you're just setting yourself further and further behind. Again, it comes back to the confidence piece of like trusting yourself and what you have to share, but knowing that there's a lot of people who need to hear what you have to say, and for this moment in time you're robbing that from them because you're not willing to share, because maybe you're worried about what people might think of you, or they might judge you, or whatever it is. But whether you do it or you don't do it, people are going to have something to say, so you may as well do the thing that you want to try. And that's the thing, like if you try and you don't like it, you don't have to do it. If you try and it's not for you, you can step away from it, but you always want to move through life knowing you tried and you did the thing that you've wanted to do, or try or give it a go. So I think it's literally like go for it and see what happens. There's always going to be space. So if you're sitting there like, oh, like it's too saturated, there's too many influencers, like there will never be enough influencers, because people are going to, like, influencers are going to move on and then more are going to come through in like the next generation. But there's just the way that I look at it, I'm like, there's always going to be people who need to hear what you have to say. And when you can realize that you have a story to share, no matter what it is, no matter if you've been through something big or something little or nothing at all, you still have a message. And when you can find that message and share it, you'll be able to create like a really authentic, connected audience around you, and be able to, you know, I look at it because I'm sharing my story, but this could also be like with fashion. If you're obsessed with fashion and creating outfits, like just start posting the reels. Like start posting the reels of your outfits or your OOTDs or your dancing like fit checks or whatever it is. Or if it's you're obsessed with creating meals and recipes, like just start posting them, because people will save them, people will recreate them and thank you for it, and you'll just be so grateful that you started, and you never know where it could lead to. But I'm going to leave that vlog here. It was a very quick turnaround, but I wanted to just do a little vlog to answer your questions, but also include a few other bits and pieces in it as well. As I said, there's a lot going on right now, and as much as I am taking time for myself to think and breathe and realize what it is that I want, I'm also making sure I'm staying consistent, because YouTube is where I want to see things move long term, and yeah, just be able to create an amazing community on here and continue to upload really inspiring, valuable, motivating videos for you guys. So thank you for showing up every week, you guys, and watching and showing your love and support. It really is appreciated. So if you could like and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and yeah, that is all from me, and I'll see you guys next week.